get there if you want to hear them. That's the question.
Yeah.
But anyhow, you're gonna. I don't know if any of you were here yesterday, but if you were, this is going to be sort of a repeat for you. What I was fortunate enough to do is to be in on the beginning of American Honda Motor Company. And I just wanted to tell you about it in my own words, which I hope you can understand. To go back almost all the way, there's a friend of mine by the name of George French who lived on the West Coast. I lived in Racine, Wisconsin. And I was involved with motorcycles since I was 16. Of course, now that I'm a little older, all I've got is stories, so you're going to have to hear them. But every year I went to Daytona, sometimes as a rider, but later on as a builder, mechanic type. And I went this year in 1960, I think it was, or 60. Yeah, 1960. And I saw my friend George French there, who came up to me and told me that he was working for American Honda Motor Company, which I'd never heard of.
Keep your hands off that man.
Joe, keep him on.
Don't stop.
See, it takes a woman to straighten things out. It took me a long time to figure that out. But anyhow, I met George French at Daytona, just like we meet here. And he said, I'm working for American Honda Motor Company. And I said, yeah. He said, I understand you're going to go into the retail motorcycle business. I said, I might as well. I don't have a job. And I left the job that I had with Chevrolet Cadillac dealer in Racine, Wisconsin, as a used car manager. And I said, you know, I've been involved in racing, and a lot of these guys come around and want me to fix their motorcycle. And so I figured I might as well do that. I'd be doing something that I like, even though I didn't make any money in it. So I said, I am going to go into business, but not until about June or so. And in the meantime, I've come down to Daytona. And he said, what are you going to do? I'm going to sell motorcycles and fix them too. And he said, how would you like to sell Hondas? I said, what the hell's a Honda? Well, that's a Japanese motorcycle, real good motorcycle. I said, yeah, I've heard that story before. And I said, I've seen motorcycles come and go. And he said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. He says, I'll send you a couple of motorcycles, and you don't have to pay me for them until you sell them. I said, well, I can do that all right. So at the time I had, well, I knew all the people because I'd raced for several years, and I wound up as a dealer for BSA, Triumph, and BMW, because I knew all those people. And they said, well, we'd like to have you handle our bikes. And then George said, well, I'll send you a couple Hondas, and you can be a Honda dealer too. And I said, well, if it's free, I'm for things that are free. So by golly, they sent me a couple bikes. Well, I had Triumph on the show floor, I had BSA on the show floor, and I learned you put pans under them. And I put the Honda on the show floor. That was a model you may not have heard of. It was a CE71. CE71. It was a 250